Hi guys, Eman here of GadgetPilipinas.net. Let's take a closer look at the realme C55. Before anything else, let's check out what you get in the box. Design-wise, the realme C55 uses a brushed metallic look for its rear panel, nicely complemented by the glossy camera island which does not protrude, adding to a more minimal look. It's also nice to see an entry-level smartphone that doesn't use an outdated notch design and now has a punch hole for its front camera. If you look closely, the screen protector is a little off-center though. Not sure if it's just me or someone was in a hurry. Anyway, like many other smartphones today, this uses a power button that also acts as a fingerprint scanner. For those who don't want to sacrifice one SIM card for their micro SD card, congratulations, you get the triple slot tray. While I'm already used to the headphone jack not being present, the realme C55 having one is still very welcome. Other than that, you get a USB-C port and a single speaker at the bottom. Realme C55 has a 6.7-inch Full HD Plus LCD, the largest on a C-series device to date. There's also a 90Hz refresh rate, which isn't the best you can get, but considering that this is a budget device, let's just say it's acceptable. Running the show is a MediaTek Helio G88, which again isn't the best you can get at this category, but is still a decent chip for low-cost devices. We're not allowed to show benchmarks in this video yet, but what we can tell you is that for typical day-to-day use that involves media consumption, social media, streaming music, and taking photos, it does the job. The device can handle some gaming too, provided that you manage your expectations and you'll have to dial down the settings in some games. The device uses a dual rear camera setup headed by a 64-megapixel main shooter alongside a 2-megapixel depth sensor. Again, I'm a fan of having an ultra-wide camera, so it would have been nice to see it here, but it is what it is. We'll save the verdict for the full review, but for now, let's take a look at some samples. Realme C55 runs Realme UI 4 on top of Android 13. If for any reason you are a fan of having a ton of preloaded apps, then it's your lucky day, because there's a lot of them here. That being said, the UI runs smooth most of the time with occasional stutters here and there. While you do get the usual goodies like being able to open a floating window and that smart sidebar, Realme has decided to add something new and interesting. They call it the mini capsule. And while it seems to be inspired by that feature, the implementation is a little different. It's only triggered by certain events such as when you are charging the device or when you're about to reach your daily data limit. It's a nice way of presenting these events, but I kind of wish that it did more, like showing what song is playing or maybe for volume control. Given that, it's a welcome feature to have, and I hope that Realme puts in the time and resources to make it better. They've also mentioned that it's exclusive to the C55, but I can't see any reason why it should not be available on other Realme smartphones too. Lastly, the Realme C55 houses a 5000 mAh battery with support for 33-watt Super VOOC fast charging. That means 50% in 29 minutes. Again, it's not the fastest we've seen, but it's a very welcome treat for a budget device. So far, I'm liking what I'm seeing with this phone. The new design looks great. The large display, while not the best quality, is still decent for media consumption. The performance has so far been decent, and that mini capsule feature opens a lot of possibilities, especially if it can be used by certain apps. However, there's still a lot more to check out, like battery life, cameras, gaming performance, and of course, the verdict, which will be relative to the price. You can look forward to our full review very soon. So that was our unboxing and first impressions of the Realme C55. This is Eman from Gadget Pilipinas. Thank you for watching.